South Africa put in a valiant chase in the first ODI against India. It just wasn't to be. They did fight hard. They tried to go for the victory in the end, and they just fell short. It was a brave performance by particularly South Africa's batters towards the end of the game. But it is that issues up front that really put us on the back foot. But our fighting spirit, obviously, is good signs that we have that fighting spirit and that we fight until the end. But it is a little bit, it's a bit sad to end up losing a match. We knew that the ODIs were going to be tough. I think all of us understood that and knew that already. And we kind of prepared ourselves for that in a way. But the effort wasn't good enough from South Africa in the end. And we ended up losing this match. But it was a good fight. I have to say that at least we fought until the end in this particular match. So we're going to speak about this first ODI, but before we get going, before we get started, please subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell for all future videos, please. Smash the like button, comment and share, and don't forget to comment in the comment section after we've ended the stream. It really helps us in the algorithm, so please help us do that. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your review show. I'm your host, Khalid, and this is the show where we discuss everything that happened in the first ODI between India and South Africa. Now, guys, I'm a little bit disappointed, and I need you guys to bear with me today because I am a bit tired. I came from Boland Park for the final of the CSA T20 Challenge, which the Warriors won. It was a crazy match. It ended up in a super over. And Boland scored 16 or 7. Oh, not Boland, sorry. Warriors scored like 16 or 17 in the super over, and yeah, they ended up winning the match and restricting Boland. And it's another final that they have now lost at their home ground, Boland. So they must be feeling down about it. And Stubbs was back, Senator Mutasami, those guys were back. So it was a very long drive there. It was very hot there, 32, 33 degrees. So I am very tired. I had to rush home and I had to keep an eye on the game over there and then come back again and do the report and put all of that up and then do the stream. So just bear with me, please. But yeah, this particular match, from the Proteas perspective, I think there's some positives to take out of it. I know we lost by 17 runs. And India's game was basically won by the two guys that we were warned about. Ashwin Prince held a press conference, and the journalist asked the question on is it more pressure now that Virat and Rohit are back into this team, other than unlike the test team, and they proved to be the two players that were really a thorn in South Africa's side. Now South Africa did dismiss both Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. We actually started quite well with the ball, I must say, to get the first early wicket. But then we allowed Rohit and Kohli to just run away with it a bit. They scored a very good partnership. It was a very promising partnership, a very strong partnership that took them to 161 before Rohit lost his wicket. And he scored 57 or 51 balls, 5 fours and 3 sixes. But it was the Virat Kohli show today, 100%. 135 of 120 balls, 11 fours, 7 sixes, a strike rate of 112. He was just absolutely fantastic today. He batted right until the 43rd over, took India past 270 to 276 before he lost his wicket. And he really set up the game. Because then you can get little cameos here and there, and then you just need one person to maybe come off to put yourself into a very strong position. And KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja gave their contributions. KL particularly was brilliant to watch, 60 or 56, 2 fours, 3 sixes. And Ravindra Jadeja, he was very good, 32 of 22 fours and 1 6. And they ended up posting 349 for 8, which was quite a big total. I mean, just psychologically to get under the 350 mark would have put South Africa in a positive mode going into our innings. Everybody got wickets except Prenel and Zubrayan. Everybody got two. Marco, Nandre, Corbin, Otniel all took 2 wickets. But we just couldn't restrict and get Kohli out early. We dropped Rohit, I think it was as well. So there's certain things that were a little bit not in our favor. And again, 23 extras, not very good at all. 5 buys, 4 leg buys, 14 wides is just not good enough from a South African standpoint. We need to improve on that. But the chase, it started off very, very poorly. That was the major concern. That was the major problem, is that it started so badly. We were 11 for 3 after 4.4, and then 77 for 4. And that really put us on the back foot. That first 3 wickets put us on the back foot. Markram, Rickleton, Quinton. Quinton and Ryan and Quinton first, 2 ducks, and then Aiden Markram for 7. Poor showing by the 3 of them as senior players in the side, well, particularly Aiden and Quinny being the 2 senior players in the side. It does really put us on the back foot, and it took Matthew Bretsky and Tony Dezoisi to really rebuild our innings and take us to pass to take us to 77 before Tony lost his wicket, and then Deva Brevis came in. So we just had players that were kind of sticking around long enough with Matthew for us to get past the 200 run mark. I mean, Marco Janssen was very good today. Deva Brevis was good, but not converting is the problem, man, for him and Tony Dezosi, both of them. That's the big issue. But Marco Janssen was brilliant. He came out there, 70 of 39 balls, strike rate of 180 almost, 8 fours, 3 sixes. He was phenomenal. He really took it to the Indian bowlers. Really put South Africa in a strong position, I would say, because after 33.1 overs, we were 227 for 5. And then Marco lost his wicket to make it 6. So that was a bit of a shame, because then shortly after Marco lost, Matthew Bretsky lost his wicket in the same over. So Kuldeep Yadav was brilliant in that over to take both the informed batters. And then we needed a miracle. But Corbin Bosch batted very well, 67 or 51 balls, 5 fours, 4 sixes. And Subrayan and Nande gave us small cameos of 17 each. But it just wasn't enough from a South African standpoint, and we ended up falling short, 17-run loss. So the first ODI has been lost. At least there were some positives in the match, and at least we fought back, tried our best to fight back. We should learn from this and move forward. But we need to improve certain things, particularly the extras, and we need our top order to start setting up matches, especially in chases for us. That is something. But the one positive that I have to say is I like the fight. This is becoming a thing now. It's becoming an ethos and a characteristic of the team, that they will never give up and they fight till the end. And that's what we did here, and that's why I'm not as upset as I probably would have been if we got completely destroyed. So valiant effort. That means that there's room for improvement and that we're on the right track. So yeah, let me get into the live chat quickly. Sarfaz says that was a great fight from Safa boys. Well done. Andrew Daswani Rai says South Africa missed Keshav Maharaj today. Sanjay says, had the Zosi taken the catches, things could have been completely different. I believe SA would have won the match. Sarfaz says, I think South Africa could have chased the total with the dew coming in. The efforts of the middle order and the lower order showed that. We just needed a good start, and we didn't get that. We need to bat better at the top of the order. Sanjay says, Khalid, why Markram is not able to score even in the dead pitch? Why is he wasting his talent? Your thoughts? I think he's wasting his talent. He's just been in bad form, and he needs to refine that form again. He's a knock away, I think, from maybe finding that consistency. That is the thing that is the most important part, is about finding that consistency. Aiden Markram needs to. He scored important knocks for South Africa to win us important games, but we need him more often than not to set up the innings consistently in all formats, and he's been struggling to do so. SA PX7 odd, I don't know how you pronounce that. What it means. Maybe I'm dumb and I'm not reading it right, but great fight from the boys. Again, says SA lost this match due to three reasons. Zozi dropping Rowit on one. Two, 25 X's conceded, and three, failure of our top three with the bat. Why didn't they open with the cock? And that was confusing to me too, because clearly Coach Shukri wanted actually, it wasn't as confusing as we might think, because I think if Temba Bavuma was fit, Ryan Rickleton doesn't play when he opens the batting with Aiden. But Coach Shukri did say many times that he wants Ryan and Aiden to be his openers. But now that Quinny's returned, it's thrown another spanner into the works. So yeah, he needs to. I think Coach Shukri needs to fall on to. He needs to decide which player he's going to back. And unfortunately, today wasn't an example of that, because the two players kind of competing for the same position both got ducks today. Umpo says Brevis needs to learn how to build an innings. I feel like he throws away his wicket. He needs to learn how to change gears in his batting. Yes, he needs to. He does need to learn that, and I think that will come with experience and more practice time and etc. And I think it will grow into that, and he'll get better and better. Because at the moment he does look like he's coming out and he's just going for it. When he sees it, he goes for it, and that's a great mentality to have. But if you can add some caution to your game, not caution, but some smarts to your game, where you can measure your innings better and read the match situation and the conditions, etc. That will help a lot, and it will improve his game. And I think he will learn that. I think he has the capabilities of being an excellent batter for South Africa across formats. Sami says we lost the game because of that top order. PSPG3 says, why these many changes? Not sure who would bat where. Fighting spirit was the only positive. Sabir Khan says, disappointed in the top three, but not bad from our B team. PSPG3 says, Bretsky dismissal changed the course of the match. Is Lizard injured? I'm not sure what's happened with Lizard. Somebody says he would love to see Pretorius. Yeah, it's unfortunate that he's not a part of this. SA says, the cock has never played at three in ODIs ever, in my view. Then why to change? Don't break something that is successful. It hasn't been successful in okay, it has actually. I lie. Yeah, so that was a bit of a strange move, but because of Pavuma being sick and not playing in the match, I think they wanted a more senior player at number 3, perhaps, to kind of play that Timber role in a way. So I think that was the reason why they did that. And it didn't pay off, unfortunately. We didn't bat to our best ability. So yeah, it's a match that I think the positives is that we fought, we played well, with the bat towards the middle order showed fight, and that is something that we need to sort out. We normally had a steady kind of top order, and then we had a wonky little middle order and back end, generally speaking, in the past. But at the moment now, we're struggling with the top order again, and then the rest of the team is showing their fight and their ability. So at least we've got this positive affirmation, kind of, that we are starting to build a team that can battle deep, battle 9, battle 8, etc. So I'm really excited to see how this team develops, because we have a lot of time to still find those missing pieces. Lawan Jean says Makram should bat his original position at 4 to build the innings around. PSBG3 says, yeah, Markram actually could have come. He possibly could have come in at 4 today. PSBG3 says LDP and Quinton de Kock should open. Aiden Markram remind me JP Dumini, who had many talents but never able to capitalize. SAPX7 odd says Previs needs to learn the balance between attack and defense. He's clear match winner. Need to back him. Hopefully he will learn from experience. Hope the coaches will talk to him. I have firm belief that he's in the right hands with regards to Coach Shukri and his coaching staff. He will develop and he will get better. That's definitely the case, I feel, with Matthew Brett, with Deva Brevis. I don't think we should get too far ahead of ourselves and get too carried away with it. I think that gradually players will get better. But yeah, this match is what it is at the moment. Shad says, Rohit dropped, the extras and top order collapse hurt us, but still very proud of the fight shown all the way to the end. And that is the main thing. We showed fight until the end. And that's probably the main thing from a South African standpoint that we can be proud of when it comes to this match. So King JLJ says, how many chances for Markram? I can't remember him scoring 100. Yeah, he's been getting a lot of chances, but I think that we need to kind of reset under Coach Shukri and see if Coach Shukri can get the best out of him in the long run, because there was a change in coach, different philosophy, different mentality, different team. He's had his partners changed a little bit here and there. So I think we just need to be patient with this and trusting Coach Shukri that he's going to make the right decision. SA says Bosch and Janssen must play together going forward. Janssen looks good when attacking Janssen way better than defending Janssen. Having Bosch and Janssen will provide us good batting depth. 100%, they're a very good combination in that middle, in that lower order. It's good that we have so many all-rounders now. Sen Mutasami, we've got Marco, we've got Corbin, we've got Vian. So many all-rounders now that are coming through the system here that we have available to pick. So very, very crucial, very, very important. PSPG3 says, why Bartman playing ODI instead of T20 is a transformation target? No, I don't think it's transformation target. I think that Coach Shukri is just trying to test different combinations here and there in different formats to find his best 11s. Because remember, the priority is now the T20 World Cup first, and then they'll focus on the ODI. So he wants to try different combinations. SA says, why don't Markram bowl today? He should have bowled at least 3 to 4 overs. It would have given other bowlers a breather. He doesn't often bowl himself, eh? King JLJ says, why Fortuin wasn't playing? He can also bat. Yeah, I know. I think we're going to see a lot of different combinations in this ODI series. I think they're going to test a couple of things here and there with different players, etc., and see who comes off. I think that's kind of going to be the mentality and the mode going forward. But guys, yes, I'm beat. It was a long day for me. I'm going to call this one early, call this one short. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching and joining the show and for commenting in the comment section. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell for all future videos. I'm sorry that I'm calling it early, but when I do cover games in Paul at Boland Park, it drains me because it's a long drive, almost an hour drive there and back in that heat, covering the game and then coming back. It takes a toll on me. So I'm sorry that I'm cutting it short and that we only had a short review show today. But I'll see you again for another review show very, very soon. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody, and the last bit of your weekend.